The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, chapter by chapter summary. Chapter 1. No one's crazy. Everyone's financial decisions make sense to them, given their unique experiences and beliefs about how the world works. What seems irrational to one person can be perfectly logical to another, based on their individual history, upbringing, and exposure to money. Your personal experiences with money make up maybe 0.0000001% of the world's history, but maybe 80% of how you think the world works. Adhyay 2. Luck and risk both play a huge role in financial outcomes, more than we often acknowledge. Focus on broad patterns and not individual examples when evaluating success or failure, as extreme outcomes are rarely due to skill alone. Recognize that not all success is due to hard work, and not all failure is due to laziness. Adhyay 3. Never enough. Knowing when you have enough and recognizing the point of diminishing returns for wealth can lead to greater happiness and safety. Biggest financial risk is often losing what you already have because you chased more. Chapter 4. Confronting compounding. Compounding is counterintuitive and often misunderstood. Small, consistent efforts over very long periods can lead to extraordinary wealth. However, it requires patience and the ability to not interrupt the process. Wealth is not just about what you earn, but what you keep and how long you let it grow. Chapter 5. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Getting wealthy often requires taking risks, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. Staying wealthy, however, requires the opposite: humility, fear, paranoia, and extreme frugality, even when you have a lot. Ability to survive and avoid ruin is the most important factor in long term financial success. Chapter 6. Tell us you win. This means being okay with many things not working out and focusing on holding on to the few that do for a long time. The highest form of wealth is the ability why to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. Financial independence is about controlling your time, which is the most valuable and non-renewable asset. Having control over your time and autonomy is a more powerful indicator of well-being than material possessions. Chapter 8. Man in the Car Paradox. However, others are rarely impressed by your possessions. Instead, they are often thinking about how they could get those things for themselves. True respect and admiration come from humility, kindness, and empathy, not from displays of wealth. Wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is not the cars, houses, or jewelry you see. It's the financial assets that are not spent. It's the money saved, the investments made, and the financial flexibility that remains invisible. True wealth is hidden. What you see are often simply signs of debt. Adhyay 10. Save money. You don't need a specific reason to save. Save for saving's sake, because life is unpredictable and future needs are unknown. Savings provide options and control. Chapter 11. Reasonable. Greater than rational. Financial decisions don't need to be perfectly rational, they need to be reasonable and sustainable for you. Emotional comfort and long-term adherence to a plan are more important than maximizing every single percentage point of return. Being content with good enough rather than striving for optimal is often the smarter path. Adhyay 12. Surprise. Our financial models and predictions often fail because they don't account for genuine novelty and rare, impactful events. The biggest events in history are often things that had no precedent. Adhyay 13. Room for error. Things will go wrong, and you need buffers to survive unexpected shocks. A margin of safety isn't just conservative, it's a recognition of the unpredictability of the future and the value of resilience. It's the most important secret weapon in financial success. Chapter 14. You will change. Predict who you will be in 10, 20, or 30 years. Avoid making irreversible financial decisions today that might conflict with your future self's values. Flexibility is key to financial well-being over a lifetime. Adhyay 15. Nothing is free. The cost of investing in the stock market isn't just monetary, it's often the emotional price of fear, doubt, uncertainty, and regret during downturns. To earn returns, you must be willing to pay that emotional tuition and embrace volatility as the cost of admission. Chapter 16. You and Me. Find a financial philosophy that helps you sleep at night. Adhyay 17. The seduction of pessimism. Optimism, based on long-term growth and resilience, can be dismissed as naive. However, progress tends to win in the long run. Adhyay 18. When you will believe anything. We prefer stories to facts, especially when explaining complex financial events. This desire for clear explanations can lead us to believe things that aren't true or oversimplify market dynamics. Adhyay 19. All together now. And accepting that the cost of success is often emotional rather than just monetary. Chapter 20. Confessions. Morgan House shares his personal financial philosophy. He emphasizes humility, a high savings rate, investing for the very long term with a strong margin of safety, and prioritizing financial independence over material possessions. His strategy is focused on avoiding ruin and having enough, rather than maximizing returns at all costs.